Welcome everybody to Virginia Artist Showcase. So sit on back, don't touch that dial. 1/2 hour to make you smile. Welcome everybody to Virginia Artist Showcase. Welcome everybody to Virginia Artist Showcase.
I'm Harry Clary.
And I'm Rick Morris.
All righty, and welcome to Virginia Artist Showcase. As you heard in our intro, it said Saturday nights. Our first show is going to be televised January the 2nd, which is a Saturday night, at 11 and again at 11:30, so you're probably going to be on television. Thanks to our good friend, Mr. Tommy Wells, who runs TJ Video Channel 3.
There are so many artists from Virginia, living and some gone. We wish to honor both with this show. We want to showcase all types of artistic avenues from music to performing arts. We will have country, rock, gospel, jazz, soul, many others, as well as dancers, authors, artists, and actors.
And when Rick and I decided to put this show together, we wanted to do something for the people of Virginia because we grew up here and we know a lot of the area performers. And we'd like to thank you all for coming out tonight. You know, in the past, there were a lot of great TV shows like Ed Sullivan, Don Kirshner's rock concert, Soul Train, American Bandstand, just to name a few. And we wanted to do a show to showcase what the people from Virginia can do.
And tonight's guest is a mother, a wife, a friend, a songwriter, performer, and Christian. These are words to describe Nikki Headley as she enters the national spotlight, singing her way into the hearts and souls of listeners everywhere.
And she's released 2 CDs. The first was Glory Ride. The second, Lead Me, Lord. And you can listen to their show, The Gospel Showcase with Chip and Nikki, WHAP, 1340 a.m. at 6 o'clock on Mondays. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Nikki Headley.
He holds the pen, I write down the song as he speaks to me gently. He moves my hand along, writing the words, the message he brings, and he holds the pen that writes the songs I sing. I am not so different from those you often see, but I've offered this vessel to serve my Lord and King. And he is much more mighty than I will ever be, and he holds the pen that writes the songs I sing. He holds the pen, I write down the song as he speaks to me gently. He moves my hand along, writing the words, the message he brings, and he holds the pen that writes the songs I sing. As I look back to read the words upon the page, the message so clear through the words he has to say. As my heart is listening, it's then I speaks to me gently. He moves my hand along, writing the words, the message he brings, and he holds the pen that writes the songs I sing. He holds the pen. He holds the pen. He holds the pen that writes the songs I sing. You can't sit there on the church pew causing trouble and dismay. Better check your destination, cause you're headed the wrong way. There's a book of reservations and the destination's clear. Conductor checks his ticket, but your name does not appear. If you want to get on board, salvation is free, but you must be redeemed by the blood of Calvary. You've got to raise your hands and lift your head. Keep your eyes on the sky. When you hear that whistle blowing, you know that you'll be going to heaven on the glory ride. God's children will go home, but not by works or things they've done. The only way to heaven is through Jesus Christ the Son. You'll meet God at the crossroads and get off the tracks of sin. Redemption is your ticket, and through Christ you'll enter in. Don't let the world detain you or cause you to derail, cause the ride is a coming and it could be any day. You got to raise your hands and lift your head. Keep your eyes on the sky. When you hear that whistle blowing, you know that you'll be going to heaven on the glory ride. Here it comes. Here it comes. That glory ride. Keep your eyes on the sky. You better make the choice to give your heart to the Lord. So when you hear that whistle blowing, you can get on board. You got to raise your hands and lift your head. Keep your eyes on the sky. When you hear that whistle blowing, you know that you'll be going to heaven on the glory ride. To heaven on the glory ride. Get your ticket on the glory ride. To heaven on the glory ride.
So, tell us something about the first song that you sang there, Nikki.
Well, He Holds the Pen is actually my tribute to God. I believe that He has given me a talent to sing and a talent to write, and I'm thankful for that, and I'm just glad that I'm able to do what He's called me to do. But I actually remember and know and am well reminded who's actually holding the pen when those songs come to me, so I'm thankful for that.
Okay, and how about the song Glory Ride? I mean, we know about, rides at the carnival and all that. What's
Right.
Glory Ride all about, if we could use that as a metaphor?
Well, Chip and I actually were at a church service and kind of got a little upset, and we walked out and we were thinking about and talking about all the people that were in there. You know, sometimes people are taught to go to church and they think that's the right thing, and that's good. We're glad they're there. But sometimes people get in and get caught up in the social club type atmosphere, and they want to pay more attention to what's going on with who's cleaning the church and how much money's in the budget and all of that, and they lose sight of the real focus of church. And so we were pretty upset, and Glory Ride kind of points a finger at those people and tells them you need to get right, and there's something more to it than how you run the church.
You can go ahead and grab that mic there, Chip.
Right.
I know you got to watch out for lightning. I heard it strike over here a minute ago.
We're
It
watching out
almost
for
got
that.
somebody, so we got to watch out.
It was me.
We're watching out from lightning.
So where are you from originally? This is a two-part question for
From
both
Richmond.
of you.
From Richmond.
From Richmond? Okay, and how did you two meet? And I'm sure you're going to want to handle this one at a time.
Yeah, probably so. We've got a couple of different stories on that one.
Okay,
The kind of cut down version. A friend of mine, I was living in Pennsylvania working up there, and a friend of mine went to Busch Gardens every year for their company benefit and picnic. And he called me up and he said, "Hey, I've got 2 tickets. Do you want them?" I'm like, "Sure," but I don't know anybody up here because I had just moved up there. So they said, "Well, we've got somebody here," and it was Nikki. So that was kind of how we met.
That's right. 24 years.
Okay.
124 years.
Yeah, 100.
So you're going to stick to the same version of that story.
Yes.
You're not going to tell your side, but
No.
Okay.
No.
That's all right.
I like that one. That was pretty good, actually.
Yeah, that's the good one. There is a Jerry Springer side, and I'm
There
sure
is.
you do not want to hear that one, right?
No, it's
Nobody
too
wants
long.
to hear the Jerry Springer
yeah,
side.
you can tell me later.
Yes, we'll do that.
Okay, and what are your musical roots? I can see the gospel, I can see the country, but who are the artists that really got you going? And I guess this really is a two-part question this time because...
Well, as I was growing up, I always wanted to play music and was never able to. So my musical roots are like those trees that the roots are just right there on the top of the ground. I don't have any deep roots, I've been playing guitar for about 15 years, and we've been doing gospel music that long. And for her, she was in it for most of her life.
Yes. Yeah. I actually started in country music. I tried to fit in, listen to all the rock and everything when I was in high school, and I liked all the funky beat. I really liked Mustang Sally, by the way.
Yeah, that was
I
awesome,
was
guys.
grooving back there to that. But country is my roots, and I grew up on people like Patsy Cline, Loretta Lynn, Tammy Wynette, and they really were a huge influence on my life. It won't be long, the nurse had said, before her time is through. We looked at her, she shook her head, her final breath she drew. Tears were flowing, years of suffering, nothing left to do. We know Grandma is dancing with the angels. Her life was long, her battle strong. The fight was now all done. Memories left with us to share, not a life had gone untouched. She loved her family, loved her God. Her journey finally through. We know Grandma is dancing with the angels. And now she's singing Rock of Ages and glory, hallelujah. Moses on the rock, how the praises go right through ya. With Granddad by her side and others gone on too. We know Grandma is dancing with the angels. The Jordan flows through streets of gold, with mansions side by side. Crowns of glory, sickness gone, no tears to fill the eyes. She's running now, her body new, got her wings to fly. We know Grandma is dancing with the angels. And now she's singing Rock of Ages and glory, hallelujah. Moses on the rock, how the praises go right through ya. With Jesus by her side and others gone on too. dancing with the angels. God left us with instructions written by his own hands on 2 tablets made of stone, part of the master's plan. They're called the 10 Commandments. Now what part don't you understand? Oh, yeah. Now in the day of Moses, your life you could have lost, but when Jesus died to save us, he's the one who paid the cost. He changed the law to grace, the commandments still abide. You may escape the wrath of Moses, but from God you cannot hide. Of all the laws we live by, above them 10 will stand. So what part don't you understand? I said what part? What part? What part? What part? What part don't you understand? I said what part? What part? What part? What part? What part don't you understand? 10 simple rules to live by. Now what part don't you understand? If we don't stand together, then divided we'll fall. You can take them from the courthouse, you can take them from the lawns. There'll still be laws to live by and a price we'll have to pay. You can move them where you want to, but you can't take them away. Just live as God instructed and follow his plan. Now what part don't you understand? I said what part? What part? What part? What part don't you understand? I said what part? What part? What part don't you understand? 10 simple rules to live by. Now what part don't you understand? You say you know the 10 Commandments, but in your life there is no fruit. So if you're acting like a heathen, then it's you I'm talking to. Now tell me what part? What part? What part don't you understand? I said what part? What part don't you understand? There's simple rules to live by. Now what part don't you understand? 10 simple rules to live by. Now what part don't you understand? Whoa. Now this is a group participation song, so when you hear me say get out of the boat, you repeat that with me, okay? And I think we'll have a little fun with this. The disciples were out at sea one night when all of a sudden they had a fright, 'cause what they saw they thought might be a ghost. So Peter cried out, "Hey Lord, is that you? Call me out and I'll come to you." So the Lord replied to him, "Then come, get out of the boat, get out of the boat, get out of the boat, get out of the boat. You may not float, but you won't drown just because there is no ground. Get out of the boat, get out of the boat, get out of the boat, get out of the boat. Just set your eyes on Jesus Christ and get out of the boat." Well, Peter walked out into the water. Faith did sink when doubt he thought of. That's when he realized that he was wet. And while floundering around trying to find the boat, give little faith the Savior spoke, and he swooped Peter up like a salvation net. Get out of the boat, get out of the boat, get out of the boat, get out of the boat. Well, you may not float, but you won't drown just because there is no ground. Get out of the boat, get out of the boat, get out of the boat, get out of the boat. Just set your eyes on Jesus Christ and get out of the boat. us just sinners with no faith. Sink or swim, he'll always see us through. And it doesn't matter what the others say, you just do his will and he'll show the way. Don't let the sun go down while he waits for you. Get out of the boat. 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 Well, you may not float, but you won't drown just because there is no ground. Get out of the boat. 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 Just set your eyes on Jesus Christ and get out of the boat. Just set your eyes on Jesus Christ and get out of the boat. All right, you got a big ending now. Let me hear it one time. Get out of the boat.
So I understand you two have a radio show. How did that come about?
Not mention any names, but follow my eyes.
Hey, well, Chip, it actually started with you. We were in the studio one day at WHAP, and you said, I don't believe there's any such thing as a coincidence or an accident or anything like that.
I did say that, and I won't tell you the discussion that I got into Harry because we don't have all night. But, yeah, I did tell him that. And we have a big gospel show that we do every year out in Winnapock, and they had invited us on to tell about that. And while we were there, Harry was like, man, you guys need to check on getting your own show, you know. He looked at me, he said, you got the face for radio. And I'm like, well, thanks. So we went, the owner came in while we were there and came back and said the same thing. So we actually walked out of there with Harry's lead with a radio show. Monday nights at from 6 to 7. It's called the Gospel Showcase with Chip and Nikki.
Happens all the time. I'll tell you the funny thing about it, I was an engineer at the time in the studio. I had to show them one time where everything was, and they ran the board and ran the show better than anyone there. Honest to God.
We won't say that, but, you know, we do put a lot of miles on these vehicles, and when we sit up, we have to push buttons. It was just a little small technical change, you know.
Right, and tell everybody what the show's about, when it is, and so they can tune in.
We're on Mondays right now at 6 o'clock till 7, and you can always get it online, of course, and we love for you to join us and listen in. What we do is we try to showcase, just like this show is about, local talent and talent that we've met along the way on the road. So sometimes it is out-of-state talent, but nonetheless it is talent that is in the ministry, for the ministry, not just entertainment. It's unfortunate that in our travels we have met several people sometimes that are in things for the wrong reason, and but we like to bring out those that are really looking to do it for the Lord and have a ministry in mind. So we hope that it's helping them. We hope that these churches are listening and that they'll invite them to come and sing. Yeah,
just about everybody that we play, we have all of their information. Yes. So, you know, for the pastors or the choir directors or anything that helps put music on in these churches, you know, you can give us a call at WHAP and we can help you out by hooking you up with some of these people if you like their music and what we're playing on the radio.
All right. We are getting ready to change hours, though. We're going to be going December the 2nd to Wednesdays from 9 to 10. So
in the morning.
Yes.
And that's WHAP, 1340 AM. Also, you can give them the computer address to listen to the show, too, can't you?
Right. www.1340whap.com.
Okay, and you have also a website address and an email address for yourselves, right?
I do. Our website is nikkiheadley.com, and our email is very similar. It's nikkiheadleymail@yahoo.com.
And you still having a good time doing the show?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Well, awesome time.
Well, I tell you, Chip, you got the face for TV, too.
Thank you. That's the part that'll be edited out, the face for TV stuff. So when you see the camera shot and you only see them two over there, but you can hear me, you'll know what happened.
And this show's going to be January the 2nd. You're going to be surprised what a good editing job Mr. Rick Morris does on this show. I'll guarantee you that. So where from here? I mean, you've done 2 great CDs. You've got a radio show. You're traveling all over the place. You're getting the word out. Where from here? Is there another CD in the works? Some new ideas? I know you're doing a television show.
Yeah, we are doing a television
about that
show.
already. That's great. It's getting out quick.
Yeah, so things are just going up all the time.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, we're going to be doing a little more traveling, and we've just got invited today, actually, back to Kentucky, to Upton, Kentucky, to do a food ministry there that we've done for the last 2 years now, 2 years. And so we're excited about that. And there is a 3rd CD that we're pulling together. I've got a bucket full of songs that I know Mike's just waiting for us to come over and keep him up all night, him and Barbara. We love you, Mike and Barbara, and we thank you for all that you do.
We have
to help
spent
us.
a lot of nights in that guy's garage and have not worked on the first car.
Okay, and you're about ready to go on this new CD? You got all the songs written, do you think?
For the most part, there's a good 10 at least that are pretty much ready to go, except for the tweaking part that Mike has to put into it. So.
Okay, and how can the people here purchase a CD if they want the next CD?
Okay.
Or even the other 2 CDs?
Yeah. You can go to our website at NikkiHeadley.com, and you can go there. There is a P.O. Box number there, 4451 Midlothian 23112. And you can order the CDs through the website. You can also get in touch with us. We'll have cards here if you're interested. We'd love to talk to you and just get to know you.
Well, I really appreciate you coming on the show today. You just don't know what it means to us. And I'm glad to be your friend.
And we feel the same way about you.
Yes, we do.
Thanks for having us.
We appreciate you thinking of us to have us on here.
And this isn't going to end. This is going to go on forever.
Amen, brother.
That's right. That's right.